Closing your eyes, feeling the ground, feeling your breath, being here now. And just noticing your contact, the back of your head, the back of your right and left shoulders. And just noticing, are there any differences between how the back of your shoulder blades make contact with the floor, the back of the ribs, the right side and the left side? It's very natural as you improve your sense of sensation and attention to your body, your contact, where you are in space. You may actually notice more and more differences rather than more and more similarities. And feeling the weight of your pelvis on the floor, your right leg and your left leg, your right heel and your left heel. Just very lightly, 2 times, maybe 3, just lightly press the back of your head into your pillow or the floor and release it completely. Really noticing being as present for the full release as you are for the press. Noticing if you time the pressing of your head with your inhalation or your exhalation. Or maybe there's no timing in the rhythm of your breath. And then 2 or 3 times pressing the back of the right shoulder blade into the floor and fully releasing it. And giving a little pause before the next pressing and releasing. And the left shoulder blade, as if you're just saying to the floor, here I am. Thank you for being there for me. And then both shoulder blades, just lightly increasing the pressure on the floor and very slowly releasing that pressure. There's no hurry. There's just the experience of you in your body being supported in this moment. And then bend your knees up, please. And see if you can press your feet into the floor in such a way as to lightly press your lower back a little more into the floor. And release it. Really listening to make sure it's completely comfortable, that there's no resistance or pain, aggravation. If there's anything that you feel might be irritable to your body, do less, and then do even less, or just imagine it. And if it's comfortable, let your legs long again. If not, feel free to leave your knees up. Some people's backs prefer that. And then bring your attention to your right arm, just lightly pressing it into the floor and releasing it. Very slowly, really take your time. If you took the length of a full inhalation to press and the length of a full exhalation to release, and then pausing, feeling the effects before letting the mind push you into preparing for the next movement. Oh, how the mind likes preparing for the next movement, for the next action, for the next conversation, for the next 5 or 10 things on our lists. And you just come back to this movement, this breath, this moment. And then switching to your left arm, pressing and releasing. And then bringing your attention to your right leg, just continuing, increasing gently the contact with the floor, decreasing, and just listening not only to the leg, but how does pressing the leg into the floor affect other parts of your body? Maybe, maybe not. But feeling the part, in this case the leg, and attending to the whole, the effects on the whole body, the whole system, each breath. And shifting to the left leg. Noticing if it's different, pressing your left leg, the ease of it, where it makes contact, the influence on the rest of your body. And I often encourage you to use your imagination. If it feels exactly the same or you can't feel any differences, you can ask yourself, well, what if I did feel differences? What is that little hint of a maybe in my imagination? Just notice that. And letting everything rest. Noticing how your contact with the floor is now compared to when we started. And then just going through the different parts of your body and kind of randomly picking a body part to press and release. You might go to your right arm and your left leg and your head, but wait to choose the next place you're going to go to. Like if your mind starts predicting it before you fully have released one part, then pick something else. Be a little playful, like tricking your mind out of planning it for you ahead of time. Just randomly pressing and fully releasing different parts. Just letting yourself go fully into the floor. And you might think back to the 3 practices of surrendering to the ground. First, we just let go with our breath. And then we did the subtlest of lifting and letting go. And this time we did the subtlest of pressing and letting go. And you might just think for yourself, if I was going to practice one of these a couple times over the next week, which one? Which one speaks to me? Which one gives me the most pleasure or satisfaction? Which one intrigues me the most? For what you don't even have to have a reason. You could just pick one and just make the intention to play with it a couple times over the next week. Thank you.